know little knowledge is dangerous. I've witnessed this many times when it comes to some advice being pandered by so-called experts about public speaking. Let's dodge the fake news and learn what we should be worrying about in our presentation. Welcome back. This weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. And my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, is going to be ready very shortly. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 104, and we are talking about presentations, fake news. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment, be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience. Everyone is evaluating us. Don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the High Impact Presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Presentations, fake news. Professor Albert Mehrabian's 1967 study of communication concluded that 55% of the presenter's message was received visually, 38% from voice tone, and only 7% through the words. A number of gurus and pseudo-experts have built businesses around emphasizing the importance of how we look, how we present. So according to this misplaced logic, how we look accounts for over half of the impression, how we come across. So pay careful attention to dress, etc. Professor Mehrabian, nearly 50 years ago, flagged an issue that has reached epidemic proportions today: audience distraction. In his day, he was worried about factors that might compete with the key point we were trying to get across. His research showed that this 55-38-7 split only applied under one very critical condition: when what we are saying is not congruent with how we're saying it, the audience leaves us. They go off message and get distracted by our dress and appearance in 55% of the cases. Others are no longer listening to what we are saying, but to how we are saying it. So 38% are focused on how we sound, our voice qualities, our accent, our pronunciation, etc. When we are incongruent between what we are saying and delivery, only 7% of the words are registering with our audience. When we say incongruent, what do we mean by this? Mehrabian's work tells us that when we don't match what we say with how we say it, we lose our audience. Wooden faces, devoid of expression, are precisely the target for Mehrabian's research results. These are often the experts in their fields who rely on their reputation and authority to carry the day. They are heavyweights, and their faces are ever serious, never smiling. The problem is they're only able to manage one facial expression throughout their presentation, regardless of the content. Not every sentence in a presentation is of such heavy weight and seriousness. Consequently, the audience leaves their message. We need to have highs and lows in our presentations, serious and light moments, complex and simple components of the message. Each of these requires a face and a voice of its own that is in sync with the content. If the topic is serious, be serious, but be prepared to ease off the pressure from the constant seriousness. It's exhausting for an audience. They need a break or we will lose them. If we are flippant and light all the time, we will not be providing enough variety for our audience at the other end of the scale. If we focus on being congruent when we speak, then we will be more successful in getting our message across to our audience. That 7% number will flip to become close to 100%, and that is what we want. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday we are releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses, and so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode number 105, we are talking about, do you really know how to handle mistakes? Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan business mastery.